Hello, this is Flight 111. We are now arriving at Argyle International Airport.
Jah deliver us from the pain and sorrows. Whenever we travel, it's so much trouble. They push me here, they push me there. They treating us so unfair. Many times they make we cry. I got to ask the reason why. They use their powers oh so heavy-handedly and treating fancies just like we ain't nobody. Opportunity helps them to get ahead of we. But take a good look, we are one regionally. Oh, what a bright and glorious day. Brothers and sisters, yes, it's a bright and glorious day. Mothers and fathers, when the first jet touched down on the Argyle runway, it's a joy to see.
Finally, the guys have gotten to the end with the blocks work and just some concrete works to be done, and then the plastering to finish this drain that is running alongside the western side of the bank area of the car park, the taxi hut area, taking all this water that's coming off the bank side on my right down back into the drain over into the 191. As you can see here, quite a lot of water flowing through from the other end over here. We have the water settling up here, and this water is springing through the earth from the rain that came over the past days here. So as the work continues, when it rains, it gives them a better idea as to how the water flows here at the airport site, so that if there has to be a drainage system put in place, that will be done. When this work was done earlier, there wasn't any kind of problem in terms of water coming down here, but as the rain continues, as we enter down into the rainy season, we are seeing the problem with the water coming off the bank, and as a result of that, this drain was put in place to take this water coming off of that hillside down into the drain over into the 191. So regarding flooding of the Argyle airport, that is the terminal building, the compound itself, that in itself is nothing to worry about because of the amount of drainage system that has been put in place here at the airport site. Well, finally the gate is locked, and it is understandable. See, because it has been a bit difficult for vehicles to maneuver the turn to get into this gate coming down from this area. The positioning of the gate had made it difficult for vehicles, especially some of those big ones that doesn't have, some of them don't have any set of lock, so it was difficult. So the gate has been closed to those vehicles. But what I have noticed is that the gate up at the north end, which is straight in line with the road, is now open. So apparently that is the road some vehicles are using. That is the vehicles that are working on the site are using to get from one end of the airport to the other end. So I mean, this is just a temporary something here, you know, so it's not going to be there permanently, but for the time being it is locked down to vehicles. So that is how it is right here. I thought when I visited here last week on my way out that when I returned this week I would have seen some asphalt in it. I was kind of boasting, but I understand because during the week we had a lot of rain, so no work could have been done here, so I think I understand. But now we're seeing the compaction of the area, the space stone has been laid, the compacting machine is there. Mr. Little, the operator of that machine, is heading towards his machine down here. So I hope that by next week when I return, I'm going to see some asphalting work done here on this side. Looks as though this is the end where the other hangar is going to come. Supposed to be 2 of them. Work is taking place here today. All of the rain that came during the week leave them with some more additional work to do, but they are getting the work done. They have to clear all the slush and then pack it back up with harder dirt and to get the place compacted to start doing some more concrete works. Concrete works is going on right now over there where you see the crane is. That's about to empty a load of concrete there, and this where they're building the 2 hangars in one. Most like those hangars for Musty Company from what I've gathered, and the work continues there. Well, they're having some problem with water springing from this wall area here. So what it looks as though they're trying to channel the water across to the side in that drain. But my belief is that the reason why this is happening is because of that drain that passed at the back of the Rubis fuel farm that is bringing all the water down into this area. So the water is settling down into the earth and soaking through. I believe after that work is being corrected up there with the drain, all of this problem will be solved. But I am not really an engineer, but looking at things happening here, all of this water is a result of the water coming off of the bank up there that does not have a proper route to travel. So the water soaks through the soft soil and springs out down here at the bottom. Then all here, no laying of stone can be done as yet because of the water problem, but you see there where they have started out there with all of the laying of the base stones, and as soon as everything is completed, then we're going to have the asphalting of this area. We are here now at the area where we have the Mustique hangar, and you see where a lot of blocks work have been taking place. None has been finished here as yet. We still have some work to be done here, but the guys are working feverishly. We just have a truck from one of the hardware here on site bringing some cement and other stuff to do this work. As the work and the fitting up of all those metal pieces continues there on the building, the guys at the bottom here doing the fitting up, the running of the blocks and the necessary work. And if you notice, it is going up to the first frame there, the first cross frame there to butt with the area where we have those galvanized. As you can see, resting on that first piece of cross frame there, that is to the height where it's going. And from there on the outside come down, we're gonna have those metal sheeting. As you can see how far down this piece of frame has gone. With all this water coming off the bank side when it rains, I won't be surprised if a drain is being placed in this area to take this water back into the underground drain that we have and then into out at the 191, because naturally we have a lot of water coming down here when it rains, and we must control that water rather than to have the water running down here on the land area. The drain can be put in place. I don't know what kind of drain they will put, and from the looks of things here, and I am trying to figure out what they're doing, but from the looks of things here, it seems as though that is what they're trying to do. But this area is kind of rocky, and if you recall, up at the area up there, just a little south of where we have the passenger terminal building, where we have that house on the hillside where they just put in that drain there, it seems as though they will have to do something similar down here, but this area is rocky, and I don't know how they're going to get in that drain and what sort of drain they're going to put. But there is an underground drain here that takes the water from off the main road and links up back, passes right south of the electrical substation down there, and link up back in that drain that runs straight across the airport and end up into the 191. Well, this water coming off the hill will no doubt be channeled into that drain there and flow down to the sea area. And if you notice, all of the rain that came here didn't really create such a flooding problem here, especially over there where we had the land slippage. But you see that the guys would have done a lot of work here to correct that. We have a lot of concrete work that has been done here in the week in spite of the rain. You know what was done last week Saturday, and you're seeing what has been done up to this morning. Just a while ago they would have done some concrete works here. Across here where I thought was going to be a roadway last week, I see it has now been concreted. So from the looks of things here, this concrete works probably will be coming all the way out here, but before that can be done, all of this area will have to be leveled off, graded off properly, survey again, and then the necessary work done before we start having the rest of the concrete work. But for the time being, we have the area just in front of the cargo terminal building. That area has been concreted, and it looks as though they are doing work on the roadway, the two roadway, that is the Rubis roadway and the other roadway heading down to, that will take the vehicle from the access, the emergency access road out back to the main road. The filling up of this area continues where the Rubis road is going to pass. So I don't know how much higher it's going, but as you can see, fresh dirt, and this dirt no doubt came from off the Fort Hill, where you see that piece of equipment, that bulldozer is excavating the area. They are filling up this area to make that Rubis road. Now just a while ago I showed you where they had a spring of the water running across the road, and I told you that the water that is there is actually coming from up at the Rubis Fuel Farm area, where the water is running down and settling in the earth and flowing down in that area. Now this is the area where the water is coming from. So not until this problem is solved, then that one down below is solved, because all the water that comes down here soaks through the earth and ends up right down in that area down there. So the water ends up just below us down there, the bottom where the road is. And if you notice, I don't know if you can see, but the water is constantly flowing there. So until this water flow is controlled into a proper drainage system, we're going to continue to have the water soaking down here and soaking through the earth and springing out just at the bottom down there, where you have that constant flow of water. So it's not so much so that the water is springing up from under the earth, so much so that the water is flowing from somewhere, and it is making its own pathway to get an escape. That opening you're seeing there, that is most likely where the water from off this bank area will flow through to end back up into that drain. There's where the drain passes to go down there. So let us watch and see what happens. I'm now on top of the hillside overlooking the airport site. I have a dark cloud overhead passing my way, and I hope that it's not going to rain. But as I stand up here and look back onto the taxiway, I can see the yellow line that falls just close to where we have the edge lights going around the taxiways, from the Charlie taxiway right back down to the Bravo taxiway, where we have that container over there. We can see the yellow line that the guys have painted already. So they are not there now up here looking back down. They have finished that task and probably gone somewhere else. I'm not seeing them from up here. But this is what is happening. The work continues on the airport site. It is after 1 o'clock, so very soon we're gonna see these guys back on the job. Down here where we had the concrete works, looks as though these guys couldn't go for lunch, because where concrete work is concerned, you can't just leave once you start doing it. You have to continue it to the finish, because this concrete work out there dries very quickly. In a matter of a few minutes, 20 minutes or so, it is dry and ready to walk on. So we have the work going on the hangars. The other next door, that one is coming along quite nicely. Very soon we will start see the installation of the frames going up in that area. So from here I'm going to head up to that place where we have them doing the road, the work on the road, and then probably might end up over at the control tower to see how much work would have been done there. Now I'm trying to trace where this water, how far back it has come from. And this seems to be a road area. Now this is coming in just from that area where the road caved in, where they're doing the stoneworks. They finish doing the corrective works there. This seems to be a roadway, and I am not quite sure, but I want to believe that this road will take us back right over to where we have the entrance road to the terminal building. Opposite to that area, there's a road going up in that area there, that green area where we have those houses. There's a road going up there. So I am not too sure if this road is linking back to that one, but I just want to show you exactly what could have been the cause of the problem regarding the water soaking down in the road. Now this, as you can see, looks like a road area, and it looks as though this was done since the road was damaged recently, because I can recall seeing a piece of equipment up here clearing away, and from what it looked like to me, it was that they're clearing the area for the water to run. There isn't any water running here right now, but you can see evidence of the water, the movement of the water, how it erodes some of and make that guttering down there. And I'm trying to see how far back I can go to give you an idea. And where I'm at up here, right in the bushes here, I can see, let me stoop down a little bit so I can get a clear view. Just between the coconut trees there, you're seeing the Rubis Fuel Farm right in front of us here, and out there in the distance we are seeing the terminal building, the car park, all in the back. There's a nice view from this area where I'm at right here right now, and this is where I just came from, and I'm heading back up in the back there. So I'm going a little bit further up, and then I'm going to give you an idea as to where exactly this water is coming from, because I believe on the bank up there we have a lot of buildings, and the water from off those rooftops will flow down somewhere and end up in some drain and cause some problem. Well, I'm at the area as far as where I'm going, and you see all up in the bushes up here. So this water has been coming from this area and running along here, this pathway. Now you notice that we won't see any water flowing down in the drain even after all that rain. Now what would have happened, what it appears to have happened after that problem with the flooding down there, it looks to me as if they would have put in this to correct the problem, taking the water across to this area and emptying it on that side. Here you have the pipe. So now the amount of water that was flowing down here earlier is not flowing down here as much as it was doing before. So this is probably some of the corrective work that they would have done since that problem with the caving in. something that probably should have been done in the first instance. So here we can see, here is probably a road. I am not going any further, but we can see from the clearance here is where they would have started to do the corrective work to control that water heading down onto the road, down at the main road, which has caused that problem. So here am I up in the bushes all around me. The breeze is cool up here, no sunshine. It's feeling cool. Breadfruit trees, coconut trees, nice mountain land to plant. I wish I had a piece of this to plant some ground provision and so forth, vegetables, but that is another story. But I just want to bring you close to the problem, close to, for you to better understand what could have caused that road to cave in. Just the uncontrolled flowing of the water coming off of this hill area, where actually this is supposed to be a feeder road or something, right, to take into the access where we have lands up here. Well, I actually came to the end where I cannot go anymore, and from here I'm hearing the flow of water, so probably that is the water that is flowing through that gully area heading down north of the Ruby's Fuel Farm. So the road, we cannot go any further. So a lot of the water that comes off the houses on the hillside up, that is not soaking through the earth, runs down here and then goes down into that drain, side drain of the road there. And a drain that actually wasn't there to control the water properly, so the water just finds its own route, and that is what happens. Like I've said before, if a proper route is not laid out for water to flow through, the water will find its own route. Once that proper route is blocked, it will make a way somehow. And this is what helps to cause some of the problem that we are encountering with water flow and the flooding and the slipping of land area. So I'm heading back out now after I have gone as far as I could go to see exactly where this road leads to. At one point I thought it was linking back up over to the other end, but I am wrong. I am not seeing any way where it is going further up, but it has gotten far where we have a lot of land area up here. Seems as though nobody owns these land, but I do believe they have owners. Just a while ago I told you about the water that I was hearing flowing down, and I told you it's going to end up in that underground gutter just north of the Ruby's Fuel Farm. Well, down in that gully where you see that coconut tree, there is where the water ends up, and there is an underground drain right there that takes that water from off of this bank side here right through an underground gutter that goes down behind the electrical substation, south of the electrical substation, and ends up over at the 191. So all that water from in that area up there goes down here. So here we are seeing where they start packing the stone. You remember last week when we were here, they were just down in the bottom clearing out some dirt and start laying down some matting or something. But we didn't have all of these stones here now. Earlier up when I saw the trucks, I told you that the trucks were coming here with the stones, and now you're seeing for yourself they're building back up this area. I don't know if they're going to put back the road here or if they're just doing this so that they could fill back up this area and then get to do the bottom side. I do not know as yet. But the water that used to flow down here, they have made a trench for the water to flow. So it is now flowing across here. We can see the water there springing out there, and it is going back to the end over there and end up back just at the back where we had the old Argyle road. It is going back to that area there and ending up down on the airport site into the drain that we have flowing just below where we have the control tower. Well, that drain there that runs across there, that water is flowing through there. So this is the pathway that they have made for that water to flow through and not to flow down on the road. Well, I'm back out to the end using the back road in the bushes, and we still have water flowing through. I don't know where the water is coming from. Probably there is a spring or something coming from somewhere up there, as you can see. Water there flowing down. But water is in the drain as well, and I don't know, coming from somewhere off the bank area up there. But this is some of the water that has caused the problem with the sinking of that area that constantly run and doesn't have any way to end up, but it settles there and cause a problem. But right now they have channeled the water back out to the end, and I will take you out around there so that you can see where the water is now channeled. And there we have one of the trucks loaded with stones. We dump this in that hole, just like they were doing this morning, and start back. Now the water that comes off the hill up there is expected to flow through this area here and end up in the back where we have a box drain at the back there, and end up over the bank side of the area where we had the old Argyle road passing, and where you see those old derelict vehicles on the roadside there is where we have that old Argyle road and the drain right there. I guess you would have heard the noise of the sound of the stone coming out of the truck being dumped there on the ground. But the way things are looking, it looks as though the water doesn't really get back here, it just goes down the bank still, and the water from this end looks like it's flowing through here, coming around this side. For those of you who probably have forgotten where the old Argyle road once passed, now this is the main road, this is the new Argyle road going that way. At the bank side up there we have the control tower, but the breakage of the road, remember, no vehicles can go wrong, so that is why this area is so dead. But the old Argyle road, this is the route that it used to pass, going all the way down there and going straight across to the area where we have the Johnson Hill. But because of the Argyle airport, that road was cut off, all that land area was cut down to that level that we have down here now, and we are now seeing a nice beautiful runway that is the Argyle runway at the Argyle International Airport, well painted, ready for planes to land. The way it is looking right now is as if it is an airport in operation. As we look back into the east, the southeast, we can see the Fort Hill on which they are doing some work. Right below us here you can see the beautiful runway of the Argyle airport site. We are seeing the turning head on the south, that is the 04 turning head down there. And this roadway, yes, long ago when you go into Argyle, this is the road you used to drive on. Now the water that I told you about that is falling down on the runway, the airport site area, and going down into the drain is flowing through this drain right here. As you can see, there is that constant flow there of the water. Now as you can see, here is where the water runs off on the bank. Can't go too close to the edge to show you, but you can see the runway down there. And this road was taking you all the way across to where you have those houses over there and link back up to the old road, then go along the sea area and back to the countryside. So this is what has happened. So this drain has not been blocked up. That water that will be coming off of the control tower hill, which is just on my right, my left here, this hill right here, there we have the control tower up there. This water, the water that comes off of the control tower hill, will also flow back into this drain and come back out into this area. And as you can see, the pipe that will take the water to the control tower, the 2-inch CWSA pipe heading up to that area up there. I just want to give you an idea as to what I'm talking about regarding the water flowing down the bank at the area of the control tower. Over on the opposite side over there is where we have the Johnson Hill, and all this area when you see on the flat down there was linking back to that one over there. You could imagine, and they cut down all of this bank here to get to where we are today. So from here you can see the painting on the yellow marking on the taxiways up there. Once upon a time, pedestrians wanting to get to Warako used to use this step area here, walk straight across the runway, and where we have that shop over there in the distance far, they used to walk there to get to Warako. But since the cutting away of the bank here, this is not the case anymore. All the steps been broken away. It's a dangerous area for anyone to be. As you can see, the places where sun, right where I'm at here, is kind of breezy. I am here at the control tower and I'm seeing the asphalt machine heading over towards the south, over there on the east at the Johnson Hill, and I know for sure it's going to do asphalt work, so I'm trying to figure out where, but I think I have an idea where that road going down to Mount Pleasant, there's a road going down there in the village area that you can use. Just at the corner around there, there's a fork road that you can use to go around and end up down at the sea and come out a little before where you have that narrow road where the vehicles sometimes have problem. I think they're going to do some asphalt there. I don't know as yet, but knowing me, I'm going to find out later on. I'm going to make a spin down there to see exactly. But the asphalt machine is going down, and once that is going down, there has to be that is going to do some sort of asphalt work. It couldn't be on this side of the site because it wouldn't be able to get back on this end with the road breaking. So I am assuming that it will be down in the Mount Pleasant area, but to make sure, I'm going to check when the time has come. So from up here I can see the two lines on the runway heading towards the Charlie Taxiway. Remember we had shown you the first yellow line that the guys put in, and now since I'm all in this, making all of this wrongs, I look back down at the bottom down there and I can see the other line coming from the north end, linking back up to the one that they would have put there. That wasn't there when I passed there earlier, but it is there now. And as we look on the taxiway, the Alpha taxiway itself, that section from that where we have that grass area between the Alpha and the Charlie and Bravo taxiway, we see that yellow line around the edge lights there, both on this side of the Bravo taxiway, that is the north side, and the north side of the Charlie taxiway. But what is left to be done is that side on the south end of the Charlie, of the Bravo taxiway. The side on the north and the south of the Charlie taxiway has already been done. So I'm here in the cool shade. The shade is coming from the control tower building just behind me. Looking back down there at the Apron area and looking at the lovely building and all the activity taking place down there. From up here, the runway looking so lovely. It is clean. I actually walked on it this morning, and you know, all of those dust and debris you used to see on it, It is practically clean and just as if it is already in operation waiting for an aircraft. All the lines that we're seeing here, it just giving me that feel that we are right there. No doubt we are there. So very soon we'll be seeing great things happening out there at the Argyle airport site. So we have all the poles for the fencing. I saw them start putting up some of the wires in the back there, just close to the security booth there, but they haven't done much up here. I don't know why, but all around this area, the compound itself, the fencing poles are in place, and the next stage is the putting in of the wires, those chain link wires, and then we have the gate. The security booth is already painted, same color as the control tower and the office for the Met workers, and everything looking lovely up here. So we are here at the grass area where they're going to put up those instruments. Now I don't know how they're going to put, but we're seeing some markings. We have these steels down and the green line around. We have some red markings, so that to me indicates where they're going to lay down those different apparatus here in this area where we're going to have the Met station located here at the hill where we have the control tower. This water coming off the control tower hill, we have to do something with it, or else we might end up having another situation like we have over there, just where the road, below where the road caved in, because all of this water is settling up here, and the water has to end up somewhere. And where does it end up? It soaks through the earth and goes down on the bank side, on this side down here. And if when you're down there at the bottom and you look up at the bank side, you can see on the side somewhere down here where the land area would have shifted. So all of that water on the side over there on my left, that comes off of the control tower hill, although the rain has stopped, we still have water flowing through there. It is said that the drain will go across the road and go back into that drain that flows over the bank just in the area where we have the control tower hill there, where I just showed you a while ago. That is what is going to happen, but I don't know when that is going to be done, because I came here today expecting to see something like that done, and nothing is done. But the water continues to settle up here. The water has nowhere to go, so it settles here, and most likely it will soak through the earth and soak under, run off where it can run off, and then you might have some more land slippage. So I'm hoping and praying that they can do something with this work fast, so that we can have this area done properly, and the road will go back in place, and everything just go back to normal. Down below, as I look down in that area south of where we have the cargo building, we have the clearing away of the soft soil from the washing of the water down. So very soon we'll have those soft soil removed, and they fill back up the area down there and start doing the necessary work that they're supposed to do. The work is going on steadily down there. Work on the hangars, work on the parking area, the concrete area for the vehicles and so forth. Work on the roadways going on, and people are quite busy down there, and very soon, not too long from now, we're gonna see things start happening here officially at the Argyle airport site. Now this is the general idea that was supposed to be there, Richard. So all the water that coming down off of the hill, instead of running onto the apron, should have been running into this drain. Maybe they didn't expect that they would have had this sort of problem. Otherwise, I think they would have done the drain in a way so that the water off the hill now would have been able to come down and channel into this drain that we have here as well. But we are seeing where they have started the corrective work, and no doubt they're going to put a drain right alongside the bank area. We see where they have those orange stakes, and it is my belief that they're going to put in a proper drainage system and link it back to that one that is going out towards the 191, and have this water coming off the hillside control. It looks as though it's not going to stop. Here it is coming down on the side, and it's a good thing that this area is rocky so that the water is not doing much of a problem coming down here. What it would have done is that the soft earth on top of the rock up there, it would have washed it away, bringing it down here. This is why we have all of this dirt down here. But as they correct the problem up there, I think this one down here will be corrected as well. So it is after 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and the last set of workers has just left. Those persons who were offloading some steel frame from the container bed just a while ago, and it looks as though it has something to do with the cargo apron. I don't really know. Now we also have here, if I could bring it a little closer so that you can see where they're taking some of the water, passing it underground and linking it up to the same drain that we have there. So this is the corrective work that we're going to have taking place here in the weeks to come. The water coming off from the hillside all the way around to this end will be channeled into that area, and it is something like this I was thinking of. Maybe I mentioned it, but maybe because I'm not an engineer, I don't really know much. But generally, anybody with common sense will know the only how you can control the water is by having a drain on the side there to trap the water from running onto the other areas of the site, and that water will then go into the drain that we have already built underneath here. All on the outside here, we see we have where the sill came down off of the bank area and settled on the outside of the fencing. Now if you look closely up there, just in that area, you see where the dirt has slipped away from that area. And if you remember earlier, I was up there and we look at that area where the water is settling up, that water that is coming off of from the control tower area that is settling right by the road there. That is also what is causing the problem there with the slippage of the earth, because the water is looking for somewhere to go, and because it doesn't have anywhere soaked there on the earth and softens the soil, and as the soil softens, that is resting here on rock, this earth will move away when it rains and the water comes down there, just like we have here in this area. So as the time goes by, we're going to see what sort of corrective measures they would put in place to correct all of this water flow. And this has happened, I must say, at a time when they are at a stage where the work really, much of the work has not been done here. I mean, if they had gotten far with this work, you could imagine the amount of bad work that would have being done here. This area we're still supposed to have a roadway, right? And anywhere in this area also we're supposed to have I think is a security booth and a gate, because this could be the road that the Rubis truck will be using to get to the apron behind me coming down from the fuel farm when they have to refuel the aircraft. So there has to be a security booth here and a gateway in this area, and also there should be a roadway along this fencing going all the way down to the south and coming around right around in the inside perimeter of the fencing. Well, I am heading on my way out because everybody else has gone and I am here, but I like to wait until the last piece of work finished. I just like to be around to see when the work is going on. It kind of gives me a sense of belonging, just to understand, just to look at the guys' work. The last set of people who are going to be leaving now are the Innotech workers who are doing some counters and cupboards inside of the cargo building. They are packing up to leave as well, and I am heading on my way out. Now as I cross in this area just where we have the dirt on the bank side, I'm hearing the running of the water. So what does this tell us? That water that is settling up there, at least it is running down. But the problem it is causing the earth to move away up there. And the more rain comes, the more water flows there, the more that dirt will flow down here and will settle up there, right there where we have the fencing. All what you're seeing there is there. But the good thing is the water is running through the holes there in this. This is where we have the covering, we have the drainage here, and these concrete slabs are being placed on the drain. So this is what is happening. Maybe if the same thing had happened up there, probably we would not have had the problem with all the dirt as well as it could have been, depends on how much dirt came down, because if you look right here, we see that where the dirt has covered some of the holes here. So we probably would have still had the problem. But very soon all of this will be corrected and they will put measures in place to prevent this from happening again. But right where I'm at here, this is where we have the underground drain, and all that water from off the hill, no doubt they will start to have it done in such a way so that water can run down and flow down in that drain. I promise you that I will come inside here to show you exactly what is going on. Now this is an inside road. This is in the area of Mount Pleasant, and where I just came from, actually there is the asphalt paver there hiding. So I don't know if it's going to start do some work from, remember earlier up I showed you it coming across the Johnson Hill, and I thought that it was going to do some asphalt work. Maybe it comes here over here to be in a safe area until they are ready to do the asphalt probably tomorrow. But when you look back across, there is where we have that fork in the road coming down, and it looks as though they would have done some asphalting work here not too long ago, because the last time I passed, I can't remember this area was actually done, but I'm going a little bit further down to see exactly what has happened down there. So this is the road here. I mean, some of it is good. You could see that they would have cleared the road. I don't know, well, it has to be Julian, has something to do with this, but this road is a back road that can be used instead of going down to that narrow road on your right. If you're going towards Kingston, you can also come around to the left and end up in this area. You're going to go all the way down and go back around. I'm going to take this journey so that I can show you exactly the route you can take. You're coming down this slope. This is the area of Mount Pleasant. There's also a road at the top that will come down right where we have that house up there right in the back where those utility poles are, and that road will bring you right back down here to link you up to where you're seeing that cow down there grazing right down there, that road is gonna lick you back. You could also, because people are living down here, so quite obvious, the road has been clear. You see the water is flowing nicely in the drain, nice concrete road, still intact, and vehicles can use this back road to get away from the narrow piece of road that is right up there where we have that utility pole. Where you see in that house, the road passes right in that area. There's a narrow spot right across there where vehicles, you see where that vehicle just passed up there just in front of the house. There is a narrow area just up there. Look where that vehicle is passing right there right now. Okay, you see it past there where that one is parked somewhere probably in the yard. Right around that area there we have a narrow spot so that some vehicles, to get away from the problem up there, can use this road as an alternate road. So right here is where we have the junction. Now there's also a road coming down from up the hill up there. Instead of you come down to the right, you could go towards the left and come down in the top up there and come over to this road. But this one here is much shorter. And what I have noticed behind me, remember we saw the asphalt machine a while earlier up, and I told you that most likely it has come close by so that it can get to start the work here. Well, here we are seeing where the road is going to link back up, where they have laid some asphalt in here, the oil base, so that maybe from tomorrow we're going to have some asphalt work done on this piece of road. So this road can also be used as an alternate road to get away from the narrow curve that we have up there on the Warwick road. And I'm going back out to the end to show you where the road will come out, coming down all the way from up there. So after you cut off, instead of going down to the road to go to Warwick, you're going to turn left, right where the fork is, and then you come in and you come around. You see two roads are also fork. You turn right. The right road is this road that is coming down in this concrete road, and the left road will take you up in the hillside over there. That will bring you back down here. But this road is not as good as this one here, where it is concreted. This one here on the right, so this is the road you're going to use. You see that they would have laid some base stones. The place has been asphalted, so I am going to be positive. I am going to say by tomorrow this asphalting work will start, because once it doesn't rain, because I have seen the asphalt machine, you saw it earlier up, I have seen it move, and I told you from what I've seen they're going to do some asphalting work down here. But it happens that it wasn't done today, but what it looks like is as if the asphalt machine has come closer to where the work is going to be, so that they can start doing the work. Now over there on my left is where we have the Warwico Recreational Park, and I'm walking, so I'm going to take you back out to where the road is going to link back to the old Warwico road. You can see the fresh stones that they have just laid. This road was cut a good while, and I thought they were going to do it when they did the Warwico road, but unfortunately they didn't do it the same time. Maybe if they had done it, they wouldn't be doing it now. But that is how it happens. But now that there is a need for it, it is going to be put in here, and I am heading out towards the end where it's going to link up. Well, I'm almost to the end. Anytime now you might see a vehicle passing on the main road there. A jeep now passing on the same road I am passing here, now pass here to go up here. Now you see that this vehicle has to stop to allow whatever is coming to come. What we could have happening now. Okay, there's where the road is. Not much persons know about this road as yet, but it will be brought to their attention very soon, so that you can come around to avoid the narrow spot around there. And I will go back so where the narrow area is to show you. To avoid that narrow spot, you can come up here and then go to the left and go back to the Warwico Beach area and come out at the Monk Cook. Now this is the area where I just came from. And here is where you're going to come out. So going back this way is where we have the narrow side of the road, and you're going to see just now what I'm talking about. I am back up at the top, and down there is where I was just a while ago. That is the bottom road there, passing along there. Now, this is the road we have here, and you see how narrow it is, that when two vehicles are passing, they have to, one has to go off the road to get. And you see some people driving in the center of the road as if it's a one-way road. Now you have to make sure when you're coming along here, you sound your horn, because you never know what will be coming. There are some people who just drive recklessly, and sometimes they don't drive on the hand, so you have to look out for others who are not driving the way they should. So this is our road here, our narrow road. So you see, if some vehicles can go down at the back and come out, it will tend to ease the problem that will happen here when they come around to this area. So we have someone here directing the traffic. Not actually a police, but this is how it is. As you can see how narrow the road is there. So while they stop those who coming down, and if those who coming down could go around the other side, it probably will ease some of the problem that you're having with the traffic around this area. I don't know how late it's going to work to, but looks like he's doing a good job around here. Now remember, this road wasn't designed to be a regular road. It is just a road to take you to work and to take those persons to their various homes. But because of the collapse of the main Argyle highway, then this route is an alternate route to get around where the road has caved in. So people have to be very careful because the city is narrow. You hear the sound of that horn to warn other vehicles. The gentleman down there who is really controlling the flow of the traffic around this corner is working until 6 o'clock. There he is with his sign. So, seems as though we have another one at the top up there working along with him. But this is what is happening here in this access road. The access road that vehicles are using to get to the countryside, those coming from the country to get to Kingston, exiting out at the Monk Oak Methodist Church area. Well, it's late already, but this is the fork I was telling you about. The road down here is the one that is going to Warraku, and this one here is the one that will take you to that area I just went to. That is taking you into Mount Pleasant, and you can go to the right, come around. I just show you the route to pass. So I hope that you're going to really understand what is going on here. You will see where this vehicle coming out. This is the road to Warraku, and where I'm standing right on this piece of road here, this is the road to Mount Pleasant. Here is where we have the fork. The Argyle airport is in the back over there. Control tower. Guys are finished working now. 6 o'clock. And they're going
for us to read the next chapter. Oh, what a bright and glorious day. Hey, hey. To build this nation, we need every help we can. Such tremendous task at hand, we need full participation. Time is now to get on board. Let's face what the future holds. Progressively, we can be pushing forward the country, the youths of the nation. please get your education and build your country. Got to do it willingly, skillfully, intellectually. You can be what you wanna be. Determination is an asset for we. Oh, what a bright and glorious day. Brothers and sisters, yes, it's a bright and glorious day. Mothers and fathers, when the first jet touched down on the Argyle Runway, it's a joy to see. We witness history. Oh, what a bright and glorious day. Brothers and sisters, for the meat to take over, we need more than bread and water. Yes, give us strength, oh Jaja, for us to read the next chapter. Oh, what a bright and glorious day. Hey, hey. What a bright and glorious day. Oh yeah. What a bright and glorious day. Yeah, yeah. What a bright and glorious day. Oh yeah. What a bright and glorious day. Men with no vision make bad decisions, cause them to buy and sell we to build their economy. Elementary, they prove to be size don't matter, it's certain factor to give we a dollar. They want us to bend over. So much pressure with their economic armor, they make we suffer worse than any disaster. We like spectators in their oppressive arena. Give thanks to our leaders, they go steady course for we. Oh, what a bright and glorious day. Brothers and sisters, yes, it's a bright and glorious day. Mothers and fathers, when the first jet touched down on the Argyle Runway, it's a joy to see. We witness history. Oh, what a bright and glorious day. Brothers and sisters, for the meat to take over, we need more than bread and water. Yes, give us strength, oh Jaja, for us to read the next chapter. Oh, what a bright and glorious day. Hey, hey. What a bright and glorious day. Oh yeah. What a bright and glorious day. Yeah, yeah. No more traveling through Barbados. Oh no. No more traveling through Trinidad and Tobago. No more traveling through St. Lucia. Oh no. No more traveling through Grenada. Oh no. Cause we going non-stop. I said we going non-stop. Yes, we going non-stop. I said we going non-stop. We raising the bar. I said we raising the bar right now. We raising the bar. We raising the bar right now. Cause we going non-stop. Yes, we going non-stop. I said we going non-stop. Yes, we going non-stop. We raising the bar. I said we raising the bar right now. Yes, we raising the bar. I said we raising the bar right now. Cause we going non-stop. Yes, we going non-stop. I said we going non-stop. Yes, we going non-stop. We witness history. Oh, what a bright and glorious day. Brothers and sisters, for the meat to take over, we need more than bread and water. Yes, give us strength, oh Jaja, for us to read the next chapter. Oh, what a bright and glorious day. Hey, hey. What a bright and glorious day. Oh yeah. What a bright and glorious day. Yeah, yeah. No more traveling through Barbados. Oh no. No more traveling through Trinidad and Tobago. No more traveling through St. Lucia. Oh no. No more traveling through Grenada. Oh no. Cause we going non-stop. I said we going non-stop. Yes, we going non-stop. I said we going non-stop. We raising the bar. I said we raising the bar right now. We raising the bar. We raising the bar right now. Cause we going non-stop. Yes, we going non-stop. I said we going non-stop. Yes, we going non-stop. We raising the bar. I said we raising the bar right now. Yes, we raising the bar. I said we raising the bar right now. Cause we going non-stop. Yes, we going non-stop. I said we going non-stop. Yes, we going non-stop. We witness history. Oh, what a bright and glorious day. Brothers and sisters, For the meat to take over, we need more than bread and water, yes. Give us strength, oh Jaja, for us to read the next chapter. Oh, what a bright and glorious day. Hey, hey. What a bright and glorious day. Oh yeah. What a bright and glorious day. Yeah, yeah. No more traveling to Barbados. Oh no. No more traveling to Trinidad and Tobago. No more traveling through St. Lucia. Oh no. No more traveling through Grenada. Oh no. Cause we going non-stop. I said we going non-stop. Yes, we going non-stop. I said we going non-stop. We raising the bar. I said we raising the bar right now. We raising the bar. We raising the bar right now. Cause we going non-stop. Yes, we going non-stop. I said we going non-stop. Yes, we going non-stop. We raising the bar. I said we raising the bar right now. Yes, we raising the bar. I said we raising the bar right now. Cause we going non-stop. Yes, we going non-stop. I said we going